awareness too. That's good.
Yeah,
What song of yours?
yeah, you gotta know
Say
when.
that again.
Yeah, sorry, you
Yeah,
gotta know when to chill, and rap is not my thing.
yeah. What song of yours do you find is the closest to your life slash reality?
It's a good question. Um, a lot of that's a hard question to answer. A lot of songs are about specific things, and obviously, I don't live like specific experiences over and over again. Um,
Hmm.
I get this is the depressing answer, but I guess like flaws, because it's a song about like my insecurities and like sadness and you know that happens from time to time. So I guess that's probably the most consistent theme.
Yeah, that's good. I like that answer. That's awesome. Is there anything that fans have ever done for you that has specifically stuck out to you?
When people, I can't wrap my head around people buying things for me. Like people, somebody bought me cologne, and I used it for like until it ran out. Like I was so it was so awesome. It was like Gucci cologne. It was so nice. I was like, why are you buying me things? Like I don't I just saw somebody said I got a phobias tattoo. When people get tattoos of like my lyrics or like uh, just like anything that has to like do with something I've done, like that's crazy. 'Cause that's like a it's like that's such a commitment, and it like it's mind blowing to me. But I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, tattoo. That's permanent. That's like now a bond that that person
Yeah,
has with you
that's
for the rest. That's a long term commitment.
I don't think I could ever put something on my body like the I have two tattoos. One here that says my like sister's birthdays, and then one here that um, is like the day I started music. Obviously, two things that are very important to me and will always be important to me. I guess, you know, if you look at it like it represents a specific moment in your life, that's cool as well. But yeah, I find that crazy, but I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Do you have any more tattoos that you want to get?
Absolutely. Of course. I want to, if I had my way, I would be fully tatted right now, like all my entire body, not on me.
Is it the parents that are stopping you from doing that?
Yeah, my dad, every time one of us gets a tattoo, he's like, so nice. I'm like, all right.
But yeah, my mom's the same way. I get that. Um, yeah. What would you be doing if you didn't do music?
I'd probably just going to university, doing whatever everybody else is doing my age. Maybe maybe I would have been a hockey star. Probably not though. I wasn't very good. Um, I don't know. I'd just be living. I think about that a lot. Like it's crazy. Like if my sister and I didn't make it, or maybe I'd be doing music some other way. You know what I mean? Maybe I'd be a guitarist. But yeah, I think that's crazy because like when Darren and I started doing music, literally like it was it was like so for fun. Like there was not even like an inkling of like, oh, this could actually turn into something until like I'd been doing it already for like 4 years. So yeah, I'd probably just be doing whatever, going to university, partying.
Right. You didn't even think in those 4 years, like, oh, maybe this could turn into like a job or a career.
I like I wasn't really aware that that could even be a possibility. I was also like 8 years old. Uh,
Right.
I think it was like when I was like 12 ish. That's kind of when I started to like put two and two together. Like, oh, I could do this for forever, um, and that was really cool. And I want to do it forever, so I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah. Somebody just asked, was there ever a time where you weren't motivated to work on music?
All the
Do
time,
you go through those like highs and lows? Yeah.
for sure. Music is a big commitment, and especially at the stage that I'm at, like it's pretty much consumes my life, and that can get very tiring. And especially if you get discouraged for some reason or the other, you just have to remember why you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like why? Because I love it. That's why. Um, like you can. Everyone goes through highs and lows and losing motivation. That's a normal thing. Um, But yeah, for sure. I always find my way home though. But we're always good.
Yeah, that's good. Did you find the pandemic, did it kind of help you be more creative because you slowed down a lot, or was it kind of the opposite?
Um, Hard to say because I was definitely still writing about different stuff and uh, writing about like when you're constantly doing new things, there's so much content to write about. Like there's a million things going on, but when we were like peak lockdown, I was like having to like really like dig deep and like find concepts for songs, and it got significantly harder. But I don't know, it might have been like good practice, and now I'm better off for it. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what else people have here. What's the hardest thing that you've had to face starting music so young?
Legitimacy in the industry for sure, especially because I started on social media. Big thing. It's just like branding, but it was definitely that was probably the biggest struggle. Like for so long, I was like always like the youngest in the room. Like I was like the little kid. Um, and now like I'm 18. I'm like an adult. But yeah, legitimacy was tough. Even when I got signed to Universal, when I was like 15, there were still questions of legitimacy. Like, the Universal just signed a social media singer, and that, like, sure, I sang on social media, but that's not the goal. That's not what I've ever really been.
Right. Why do you think that there's such a bad stigma when it comes to that?
Um, there's like a very like classist. That's the wrong word, but it's the only one that I can think of right now. There's like the mindset from like people in like the traditional industry, like people that are that are just like have a normal amount of like followers on social media, uh, tend to look way down upon people that started on social media or are on social media. I think if you are genuinely passionate about music, who cares if you started on TikTok, if you started on Instagram or whatever else, YouTube, Musically. Um, if you're genuinely passionate about music, if you're treating it as a joke and you just want to be more famous or you want to make a, then I don't respect that and I will look down upon you. But if you genuinely love it, just like let people live. Like I'll go into like sessions or like I'll like meet people sometimes, and then afterwards, afterwards they're like, oh, like you're actually, like you can actually sing, or like you're actually an artist, right? And I'm like, yeah, like that's what I've been saying for like 10 years, man, but nobody listened to me. Oh, I can't hear you. No, no, I can't hear you.